to answer your live health questions. So I hope everybody's having wonderful holidays. I'm going to be talking about a certain topic on my whiteboard, but you guys ask questions, put them in the comment box, write down whatever health questions that you have, and I will answer them for you. I've been doing this every night or every evening over the past week or so, so I really appreciate all your questions and your engagement and joining this community here. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk health. I'm going to be talking about fatty liver disease today. Let's talk a little bit about fatty liver disease. Okay, so I'll be talking about fatty liver disease, a little bit about that, but ask me any questions. If there's something else like not related to fatty liver, feel free to drop it in the comment box. We get lots of great questions on this channel about diet, lifestyle, supplements, gut health, what, certain things you should do for muscle pain, for weight gain, for weight loss, anything really related to health, just drop it in the comments and I will answer, or I'll do my best to answer for you. Okay, so what is fatty liver disease? So it's basically a buildup of fat in the liver. And there can be two types. There can be the alcoholic type and then the non-alcoholic type. So I'll write that down. Basically, that means if you are someone that consumes a lot of alcohol, if you're alcoholic, that can then lead to a fatty liver disease. Whereas non-alcoholic means it's not related to alcohol consumption. And usually it is due to things like obesity, diabetes as well, poor lifestyle, or a metabolic syndrome, which is basically like a combination of maybe overweight or cholesterol or any of these kind of things that can lead to fatty deposits in the liver. Now, it can be reversible, which is good news. So if anybody's curious or was diagnosed with fatty liver or they have questions about that, let me know in the comments. If you're just joining us, hi and welcome. This is Let's Talk Health. I'm Dr. Amanda. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I host a live Q&A where I answer your health questions. And I do this every night, so feel free to subscribe and like and join our health community. Turn on your notifications to get notified when I go live. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of like what you'd want to break it down into. So we're going to be talking about ways that you can help fatty liver disease. The other thing is, how does fatty liver disease get diagnosed? Because a lot of times you might not have any symptoms. Other than maybe, you might be obese, or you might have type 2 diabetes, or you might have high cholesterol, and maybe this was found when you were getting these things looked at. But a lot of times it's not like you're going to have any symptoms. Sometimes you could have some abdominal discomfort, but generally no symptoms with fatty liver disease. So if you did blood work and you had your liver enzymes, maybe you had high liver enzymes on blood work, or you could have did an ultrasound, and that's usually where they'll see there's like fatty deposits on your liver. So those are kind of like two ways that you could look into seeing if you have fatty liver. And again, most likely if you have poor lifestyle, which is like poor diet and exercise habits, or if you are overweight, or if you're diabetic, or if you have high cholesterol, then maybe getting that looked into would be beneficial for you. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. So just while I'm doing that, if anybody's just joining us, Hi and welcome. This is Let's Talk Health. I am Dr. Amanda. I'm a naturopathic doctor. If you have health questions, drop them in our chat and I will answer them for you. So let me know if there's anything that you were curious about, whether that be a supplement, a herb, maybe you have a certain health condition you had a question about. We got lots of questions on here about gut health questions, so things like IBS, acid reflux, diarrhea, constipation. A lot of questions about energy and fatigue. So if you had any of those questions, just drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. Okay. So what else can we talk about fatty liver disease? So let's talk about some things that we can do in terms of diet. So you want to have a lower saturated fats and increase omega-3. So saturated fats would be things like really fatty cuts of meats, pork, bacon, sausage, even things like duck meat can be a bit more fatty. You want to have more of like leaner chicken, lean beef, eggs, fish. Those would be better. Omega-3, you're going to get fish and walnuts and all those good sources of omega-3. So that's kind of what you'd want to focus on for diet. You'd want to focus on fruits and veggies. So really, any sort of fruits and veg are great. A lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins and minerals in your fruits and vegetables. And then I already mentioned lean protein. And then you want to limit sugar, especially like sugary drinks, soda, chocolate, cakes, pastries. Usually those kind of things are filled with saturated fats as well, like pastries. So not only are you getting sugar, but then you're getting a lot of those unhealthy fats. So that's kind of like the diet that you want to follow that I would say is quite important for if you have fatty liver disease. This can also apply if you have diabetes, cholesterol, any sort of metabolic condition. All right, and then the next thing would be exercise. Now this is so important because when we exercise, we can burn off fat, we can utilize glucose, our muscles get stronger, our bones and joints and all of that is so important. So I like saying a mix of cardio and weights, both of those, because cardio is going to be really good for helping with get that cardiovascular system going, so getting your heart rate up, helping you burn off fat. And then weights are really good for building muscle, and muscle is so important. It's metabolically active at rest, so it's going to help burn fat at rest. Okay, so just to recap, with fatty liver disease, diet and lifestyle are going to be so important. Low saturated fats, high omegas, have fruits and lean protein, and then do some cardio and weights. And that I would say you want to do like 5 times a week. Okay, so if anybody's just joining us, hi and welcome. This is Let's Talk Health. I'm Dr. Amanda. I'm a naturopathic doctor. This is our live health Q&A. So if you have any health questions, drop them in the chat. I will answer them for you. And then of course, if you are new here and you want to learn more about health and get health tips, be sure to subscribe, join our health community, turn on notifications. I go live every day, so if you have those notifications on, you'll get notified when I go on live.
How to get rid of bad breath, even after brushing teeth, it's still there?
Yeah, that's a good question. So what I would say is that there could be something underlying going on. A couple of things. So one, potentially there could be a bacterial or a yeast overgrowth in your digestive system. So something like H. pylori disease can cause bad breath. So that can be checked with doing it's actually a breath test that you do at a lab that you'll get it done. They do blood tests too, but it's not usually as accurate. The better one to do is the breath test, and that will tell you if you have H. pylori. You could do a stool test to see if you have a yeast overgrowth, so if there's candida, or if there's small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. You could do another type of breath test for that. Most likely there's some sort of imbalance going on in the microbiome. On the other hand, you want to look at your oral microbiome. So did you have a lot of dental work done? Maybe you had root canals, maybe there's some bacteria that's actually like built up under like the gut, where the gums are, or under the tooth if you did have a root canal, and potentially that can be causing bacterial imbalance in your mouth and causing bad breath. And then the last thing I would think about is like diet. Sometimes dairy can cause bad breath. So looking at how much dairy you have, some people really can't digest it well, and that can lead to a bad breath in your mouth. So what I would say is try to figure out what's going on, but in the meantime, you can work on your microbiome health. So probiotics are great for supporting your good gut bacteria. A general like multi-strain where you're getting a blend of Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus. You may need to do a elimination diet to see if it is dairy or something else in your diet, like sugar, that's leading to the bad breath. And then the other thing is clove, like the herb clove is really good for oral health. So you could do something where you do like a clove mouthwash, or even just like clove or oregano supplement, something like that. But yeah, great question. Thank you for your question. If you had a follow-up question to that, just drop it in the comment box. I hope that was helpful, but really you want to just kind of get to the root cause of like what is causing the bad breath. And then you'll be able to solve it from there. So if you did find that helpful, please do like and subscribe and join our health community here. Okay. Okay, so fatty liver. We talked about diet, we talked about exercise. Let's talk about some like remedies that you could use. So one thing that can be helpful is vitamin D. I've talked about vitamin D a lot on here and like how to dose and how much you should take. So I always recommend to get your levels checked. And then you can test a dose accordingly. Vitamin A and C and zinc. These are really good antioxidants. Vitamin A is good for immune support, same with C. So these are really good for liver health. I would say a combination of these would be a good way to target your liver. There's also, for looking at herbs, what's it called? Milk thistle. And then turmeric. So these two are going to be anti-inflammatory, and they will support your liver health. So a combination of those is always good. Now just caution, if you are on medication or something, you want to be careful with any herbs that work with the liver. So that would kind of be like the main things I would say for targeting fatty liver disease. Vitamin D, vitamin A, C, and zinc, and then milk thistle and turmeric in combination with the diet and the lifestyle recommendations. So, yeah, that's what I would say for fatty liver. The other things that can be helpful is like looking at if you don't have diabetes, but you were diagnosed with fatty liver, then maybe looking at your insulin levels and seeing if there's insulin resistance going on. Looking at even things like vitamin B and iron levels and seeing if those are optimal. But that's everything. Okay. So I will keep the chat open for another minute to see if there's any other questions that we had. And if you are new here, these lives do get posted to my channel. So if you are really interested about fatty liver, you can go back and hear what I said. Everything will be written there and will be posted, and then you can go back and watch previous ones too. So that's just kind of something to know. As well, yeah, so that's kind of what we'll do. We'll just leave the chat open for another minute. And then, of course, if there is any questions that I didn't get to, or if you have a question next time, just be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you'll get notified when I go live. And if there's any topics you're curious about, drop them in the comments and then I'll get to them. So we're going to sign off for today. If anybody's celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all at our live stream next time. Bye.